Hello everyone. Let's see if I can show you a little bit about how Weebly works. Assuming that you've already created your account, you can actually have several different websites. I'm going to go ahead and just create a new one here, add a site, and show you a little bit about these themes. This is kind of a starting point, and even though these look really pretty, a lot of them are not going to lend themselves well to a portfolio website like ours. You can see more themes. What you're looking for basically for a front page is going to be something that has these across the top to make it really easy to show the different projects where people can navigate your site. If it's a portfolio site on Weebly, really is more about a photography portfolio. And so not all of these are really going to lend themselves well, but really any one of these can be turned into your website. Let me just pick one of these at random. This is a photography one, and so you can do a theme preview. What's it going to look like? When you click on these different ones, it brings up different parts, and that's what your website's going to consist of. So if we go ahead with this one and we start editing, it's going to go ahead and bring all the pieces in for this website. So these are different pages. And the first thing we got to do here is pick our domain, so you should know, for example, if you were in first period sitting at the first computer this year, then you put your initials, mine are MH, and you can see that it says that it's available. And it really should be. These are unique enough that nobody should have taken it already. Once you continue, then that one is held for you, and if you delete the site, then it will be released again. So now we're into the nuts and bolts of creating a website. First thing you might change up here would be your name and put that up at the top, or whatever else you might like. Now you can see that these are already here, and if I click on the word pages up at the top, you can see that these are the pages that are here already. And you can change these so that, for example, this one, this page called Weddings, it might be the All About Me project. And as soon as you do that and go back, then this Weddings should change to All About Me. And this All About Me page already has some stuff on it because you chose a theme. It's not necessary to use it. I'm not sure why it's going so slowly, but the header type is like how big the part is at the top, and you can see we either have a header or we don't have a header, and so that picture went away. So we can bring that back, and then we could change that picture. Right here we click on it, and then we can edit the background. So you're looking for ways of changing these, and in fact we can change the entire layout, and it will delete that so that you can then make your own header. So it can be big, it can be small, and you can change out these pictures fairly easily. Now this is just a blank one, and let me show you a little bit about building a page without all that extra fancy stuff. Let's go to the build, and these are things that you can drag and drop over here to create your web page. So we might start off with a title. When you first put it in there, it's going to go all the way across. And so I can say All About Me, and maybe change the color. You might need to highlight it in order to change the color. Now it's black. And the titles are all going to be of a certain font and size. You can change some of this, make it a little bigger. Actually, that made it smaller. That's about the maximum size for a title in this theme. Different themes will be different. We can try turning bold on and off. Some things are going to work, some are not. Next, you could have a text box, and if you drag it underneath, then it's going to go all the way across. Now by default, because the picture in the background was really dark, now all our text is white. So you want to pick a theme that's close to what you really want to do. If you change the theme later, let's go ahead and try that. Change the theme and go to the gallery, and you say, well, what I really want is something different. If you've done a lot of work on your website already, I really discourage you from changing the theme, because a lot of things can get really kind of messed up. So test out some different ones, look at the different pages, see how the menus and fonts work for you, and once you've settled on one, try and stick with it. Looks like it's having a lot of trouble. Custom themes, all themes. I'm going to hit refresh here and see what happens. So this being an online website creator, sometimes you run into problems like that. Now I can click on the All About Me here, and it will take me to that page that I was working on before. If I click on this background, I can edit it, select an image, and add an image. Now it's a-okay to use any of the ones that they have here. They're meant to be used. If you upload something, I don't want you just grabbing something off the internet. It would be great if you actually put a picture of your own on there. But these are okay to use. So that you can now do things like blur that picture out a little bit. I do this with some of mine. You can also darken it or lighten it sometimes. So let's say we wanted to use very bright text, then we could make the background darker and then make that a white text. So let's say we're done. You click Save up here, and this is where then I would go and let's change that color. So now I've got All About Me. The video below was made with Adobe Premiere and shows some of the things I like as well as some that I don't. So some sort of description of what people are going to see in the video, and you can make that font a little bit bigger. You can center it as well, so it's centered, or even fully justified if it was several lines. There you can do bullet lists, numbered lists. In this case, we don't really need a list. But that would be the beginning of this page, and I'll continue with some of the other stuff. Like here it already came with some of these, and this one doesn't have, there we go, so I can delete that part and this as well, so that now this page is more what I really wanted to make. So that's one of the pages, and you can always add more. If you have one that's all set up, then you can also duplicate it, make a copy, and then this one, instead of saying All About Me, might be the next project. So this could be, let's say, the SketchUp modeling. And then you could go in and just change the text so it says something different. Here's SketchUp models. Let me go ahead and go back to pages, show you one more thing, which is, yes, it's very easy to rearrange things and put them in different order. We'll get into some more advanced stuff in the next video.